There's a war happening right here in America, a conflict that rarely makes the headlines but shapes the lives of thousands every single day. It's a war you're not supposed to notice, fought in the shadows, away from the public eye, but its impact is felt in every community. The soldiers on this front line don't wear camouflage, instead they wear ICE uniforms, enforcing immigration laws under constant threat, often with little recognition for their sacrifices. These agents are vilified, not celebrated. Their work is misunderstood, and their dedication is met with anger rather than gratitude. Politicians and activists call them criminals for doing their jobs, using them as scapegoats in a larger political battle over immigration. They're sent into danger with little support, facing the fallout of failed policies and the risks that come with every operation. This isn't just rhetoric. Delegitimizing ICE has real consequences, both for the agents and for the communities they serve. Violence against them is rising, fueled by a narrative that paints them as villains, making their jobs even more dangerous. When law enforcement is demonized, it puts a target on their backs, increasing the risks they face every day. The idea of a secure border is now seen as radical, and those trying to enforce it are under attack from all sides, politically, socially, and physically. ICE agents stand in the breach, facing unprecedented hostility for protecting our laws, holding the line where others have stepped back. This is the result of a political strategy that values open borders over safety, leaving those tasked with enforcement to bear the brunt of the consequences, often alone. The numbers are staggering, and the reality behind them is even more disturbing. What we're witnessing is not just a statistical anomaly, but a dramatic shift in the environment faced by those tasked with enforcing our nation's laws. According to the Department of Homeland Security, assaults on ICE officials have jumped an astonishing 830% in just 6 months, a surge that has left many in law enforcement reeling and communities on edge. Officers are being spit on, punched, and attacked with weapons at record rates. These are not isolated incidents, but part of a growing pattern of hostility and aggression. This isn't random, it's the direct result of a climate where enforcing immigration law is demonized, and those who do the job are vilified in the public eye. Many crossing illegally are emboldened, knowing the system is on their side, and that consequences for breaking the law are often minimal or delayed. Meanwhile, the media buries these stories, preferring a narrative where ICE are the villains, and the real dangers faced by officers are downplayed or ignored. But this surge in violence is a national security crisis hiding in plain sight. It threatens not just the safety of officers but the stability of our borders and the rule of law itself. When enforcing the law becomes dangerous, the message is clear. America's laws are optional, and those who uphold them do so at great personal risk. This is what the breakdown of order looks like. It's not just a border issue, it's a warning sign for the entire country. Rhetoric turns to protests, then to violence. The escalation is rapid, and the consequences are felt by everyone. We're now in the violent stage, and those responsible know exactly how we got here. The path was paved by years of inflammatory language and policy decisions. The consequences are real and they're happening now. The question is, how much further will this go before we take action to restore order and protect those on the front lines? At last, Congress is beginning to pay attention to the growing concerns about the safety of federal law enforcement officers. Spearheaded by Representative Ashley Hinson, House Republicans have stepped forward to introduce the Protect and Respect ICE Act, a bill designed to address the increasing risks faced by immigration and customs enforcement agents. The core of the bill is straightforward. If you assault an ICE agent, you'll now face double the penalties under federal law, making the consequences much more severe than before. This legislation sends an unmistakable message. Any attack on a federal officer will be met with swift and harsh justice, reinforcing the seriousness of such crimes. According to Hinson, the current climate of hostility toward ICE is fueled by politicians who, in her view, prioritize the interests of illegal immigrants over the safety and authority of law enforcement. For years, activists and advocacy groups have worked to undermine ICE, calling for reduced funding and questioning the agency's very legitimacy, which has only increased tensions. The Protect and Respect ICE Act is a direct response to these efforts, a clear stand in support of the rule of law and those who enforce it every day. But this bill is more than just a legal adjustment. It's a powerful statement of solidarity with ICE agents who often feel under siege, both on the job and in the public eye. The act's ultimate goal is to restore order, reaffirm the importance of law enforcement, and demonstrate that protecting those who protect us is a national priority. With this legislation, Congress is making it clear, law enforcement officers will not be left behind or forgotten, they will be defended and respected. Predictably, the bill has sparked outrage from the usual corners. The divide isn't about policy, it's about whether we're a nation of laws or of chaos. In cities like Chicago, leaders openly defy federal law, declaring sanctuaries and refusing to cooperate with ICE. This sends a dangerous signal. Criminals are protected, law enforcement is the enemy. When mayors and governors obstruct ICE, they foster an environment of anarchy. Two Americas are colliding, one that values law and order, and one that undermines it. The Protect and Respect ICE Act is a flashpoint in this conflict. It forces everyone to choose. Stand with ICE, or with those encouraging chaos. The stakes are clear, and the choice is unavoidable. Which side will America choose? The future of law and order now rests with Congress. The Protect and Respect ICE Act is a test. Will lawmakers stand with those who protect us? If it passes, it could deter violence and boost morale for ICE agents. If it fails, it signals that their safety isn't a priority, and chaos will grow. This is a crossroads for America's future. Will we be a nation of secure borders and respect for law, or one of disorder? The choice is more than political. It's about the country we leave for the next generation. For the sake of those on the front lines, let's hope our leaders choose wisely.